Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Today we are going to do English literature unit number 3, and the name of the unit number 3 is Anansi and Five. You can see on the page number 26 to 29. The next slide is Anansi and Five. This is the name of the unit. So Five is the name of the character. Anansi is again the name of the character. This is a very interesting story, my dear students. I hope you people will enjoy this story. So what is happening? Once upon a time, there was the creature, the name is called Anansi. So sometimes Anansi was a spider. This is a spider. And sometimes he was a man. And sometimes he was a strange mix of two. This is a strange mix of two, means half man and half spider. So, Anansi was a trickster, means one who played tricks or pranks on others. And he had no money to buy food for his family, means he was a poor. So what is happening next? This was Anansi. So now I am going to introduce the next character. It is Five. Five is the character name you can see on the slide. So Five is the female character. She was an old witch. She was an angry and unpleasant character. She hated her name. Her name was Five, and she hated her name. She was very furious when anybody said her name. So when the people said her name, she was not happy. So one day, what is happening? Anansi, you can see this is Anansi, peeked through a gap in the witch's fence. This is the fence, and the fence, the Anansi was looking the character Five, and she was stirring her big cooking pot. This is the pot, and she was cooking something, and she was muttering and mumbling a spell. Mumbling a spell means to doing some mantra. The smoke and the sparks were blue. This is the smoke and the sparks you can see in the slide were blue and green. So Anansi knew she was cooking up some big magic. Suddenly Anansi listened the magic spell. What the Five said. Five said that I curse anyone who says the word Five to disappear forever. Maybe you people may not know the meaning of disappear. I am going to tell you what is the meaning of disappear. Appear, disappear. So Anansi rubbed his hands together and jumped around on his 8 hairy legs. Anansi was very happy, or he was thinking that now this is the way he can get money and food for his family members, and he smiled at his sharp teeth sparked. You can see Anansi smiled. So what is the next is going? It's very interesting. So he would have some of the yams. Yams means sweet potatoes. You can see on the slide. Beets. This is the vegetable name. In Urdu we said that chakandar. And pulses and grains. You can see the picture of these items. So he would have these thing, and he had a high piled, and now he is going to make the people fool. So what is happening is on the next slide. Anansi planted five yams, and now he sat down and waited the people who was walking, and now he was making food. So first of all, he saw that there was the character. The first one was Mr. Rabbit, Mrs. Rabbit. So Mrs. Rabbit, she carried a basket full of sweet potatoes, and she was walking very slowly because she would have a sweet potatoes and it looks very heavy. So Anansi stepped forward and smiled. That looks like a big weight because Anansi wanted to eat the sweet potatoes. So now she would do some of the tricks. Please rest a while and help me. I don't know how to count, so can I tell? I cannot tell how many jams I have planted. He said that, Mrs. Rabbit, please count my yams. Please count it how many these are. And do you know, there was the magic spell. When anyone said 5, they will disappear. So, Mrs. Rabbit didn't know this trick. Mrs. Rabbit now she is going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and disappear. And Anansi was very happy. He licked his lips and sat down and waited for the next victim. And he ate all the sweet potatoes, but did not think about his family. And now he is waited for the next victim to make them fool. The next character was walking. Yes, it was Mr. Duck. He walked along with his high chest held high, and his feet made a slip slap sound on the path. And now he had a bag with his lunch in it. And Anansi wanted to eat his lunch as well. So now Anansi made another trick. So what he said that, do you know? Anansi said, Mr. Duck, I have no idea how to count my yams plants. Would you like to help me, please? So now, Mr. Duck is now going to count the yams. So, starts from 1, 2, 3. My dear, it's very easy to count. 4, 5, and disappear. Still, Anansi was very happy, but he did not think about his family. So, he ate everything without a thought about any of them. And now, he is waiting for the next victim. So, what it would be the next? Anybody can guess? The next character is Miss Frog, Princess. So, she was walking and wanted to buy some tasty treats. Now, Anansi said that, Hey Princess, please come and count my yams. I cannot count, it is very difficult for me to count. But Frog was very clever. She laughed. She did not stop. She said that, "Count by yourself. I may not have time to count your gems." So now Anansi was very furious, and he was thinking, maybe the next victim I can make them fool. And here Anansi was amazing. You can see some of the food the Anansi was thinking in his mind. Anansi said that the next maybe I would eat some of the delicious food, and I may eat too much food that could fit in my stomach. And then I made the people tricks with them. I said to them, count my food. Whenever they will say 5, they will disappear, and I may be easily to eat their food. So Anansi was thinking in his mind, and suddenly he saw the next character is on the way. So what is happening? The next character is Mrs. Shrew. She would have some of the pie, the food, the very yummy food she would have. She was loaded with this food. She may not easily to walk. When Anansi saw this character, Anansi wanted to eat her food. And now he is going to make fool Mrs. Shrew. So again, he said that, please help me and count my yams, my sweet potatoes. I cannot count how many are these. So here, what is happening? So Mrs. Shrew smiled. She walked to the nearest mound and stood on it. You can see. And now she pointed to the mound that was furthest away from her. She was said that 1, 2, 3, 4. And she did not say 5. She was pointing this one. She said clearly, this one. When Anansi listened this word, this one, he was very unhappy. You can see on the slide. Here, Anansi said that, do it again. Count my yams again. So, Mrs. Shrew, she said that 1, 2, 3, and this one I am sitting on. So, again she did not utter the word 5. He said that you have to count it again. Again, Mrs. Shrew smiled sweetly and counted slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pointing to the mound beneath her feet. But again she did not utter the word 5. So here Anansi shouted, "Hey, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5 and disappear." Oof, can you see? So at the end, Mrs. Shrew picked up her load and set off to the market. She would take her food and buy a delicious food for her family. So Anansi was disappeared now. This was the end of the story. I hope you people will enjoy to watch this video and you will tell me what is the moral of the story. Have a good day. May Allah bless you. Allah Hafiz.